Happy 12/12 Portal! Annually, December 12th is a powerful portal day as the numerology of 12 signifies the completion of a cycle. Think 12 signs in the zodiac. On Thursday, it's a great day to do meditations and rituals to let go of what no longer serves you, or simply to set the intention to let go of that which you know you've completed and are only continuing to bear as dead weight. 12 being a master number also signifies an elevated vibrational state. Take advantage of this portal day to elevate your words, your actions, your intentions, and even your thoughts to match more closely with a higher vibrational version of you. We all have a higher vibrational version of self. Call it the higher self if you'd like. That is always there, existing as a part of us, waiting for us to step more fully into it. On portal days, it is a rare opportunity to practice bringing the higher self into the more day-to-day you. A great way to start with this is by ceasing to complain or ceasing to talk negatively for a full day. And let us know in the comment section if you're committing to doing that this Thursday, not complaining for a whole day. Did you know that your spoken words carry a weight with magnitudes more of an effect on reality than your thoughts do? It's not always easy to manage one's thoughts, but one always has the opportunity to manage the words they speak out loud, and by improving the quality of one's words, the quality of the thoughts will soon follow. On portal days, it's a good idea to be silent more than usual, to just listen and observe reality. There's a reason why Buddhists and other religions emphasize the power of silence. It's also a great day to connect with our benevolent extraterrestrial friends. Call in those beings above us on this day, whether in meditation or while sky watching. New moon in Sagittarius. Happy new moon in Sagittarius. This new moon at approximately 9.5 degrees of Sagittarius became exact at 2:20 a.m. New York time, which was 6:20 Greenwich Mean Time on Sunday, December 1st. Since new moons have an energetic effect that carry for 28 days, we can expect to feel these Sagittarian energies for a while, but especially through the end of Sagittarius season, which concludes on December 21st. Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign that brings an energy of play, passion, and spontaneity to the zodiac. Sagittarius is the bridge from autumn to winter in the northern hemisphere, as during Sag season the falling leaves give way to falling snow. Ruled by optimistic, auspicious Jupiter, the Archer, which is a centaur, serves as a reminder that a life without spontaneity, risks, or new experiences is a boring one. Sagittarius reminds us to go after what we really want in life unapologetically and to not be afraid to take some risks along the way. There's a general sweetness and excitement that comes along with this new moon. Sagittarius is the sign of optimism. Sagittarius is one of the signs of the zodiac that emphasizes freedom. And we'll talk a lot about freedom later in this podcast. The Archer prefers to roam free and untied rather than to nest in one place like Cancer, for example. One of the things to focus on over the next 3 weeks, and especially between now and the December 21st solstice, is how to bring more freedom into your life. Sagittarius is the ruler of the 9th house, the house of philosophy. Aside from being a roamer and an adventurer, Sagittarius is also the great philosopher of the zodiac. With the Sag new moon, we naturally feel inclined to read books, learn new things, and engage in philosophical discussions. In general, Sagittarius is associated with emotions, adventure, travel, athletics, growth, international affairs, eccentric things, and philosophy. We're also going to want to spend money on fun activities or buy things that bring us pleasure like toys, flowers, and artwork. Mars retrograde. For the first time in 2 years, Mars, the planet of action and the masculine energies, has gone retrograde. It's stationed retrograde at just over 6 degrees of Leo on Friday, December 6th. It is just now slowly moving retrograde, though it is still very exalted. While Mars is moving slowly, it is causing us to feel frustrated, indecisive, and stuck in the mud. We can feel like we are at a crossroads but don't know what to do or where to go. We can feel like we have a whole bunch of confusing emotions that we are suppressing. On the new moon, the sun and moon squared Saturn, adding to this inner anxiety that Mars's slow apparent movement is causing. Sometimes the emotions we are suppressing can burst out, like a steaming tea kettle. Be mindful of managing your emotions and being kind and gentle with others during this time. Especially with Mercury, the planet of communication, also being retrograde, we can expect travel delays and difficulties of all sorts around this time, as Mars is the planet of movement and Mercury is retrograde in Sagittarius, the ruling sign of travel. As Mars starts to pick up retrograde motion, we will feel compelled to tackle our to-do lists. You'll feel a desire to tackle projects you'd put on the back burner. With Mars being in Leo, it's a good idea to work on any career-advancing projects, especially ones that have your name on them publicly. With the retrograde Mars and Mercury trining one another in the fire signs of Leo and Sagittarius, respectively, we'll feel a strong desire to reconnect with old friends and romantic flames. It's a great time to reconnect now, as we are feeling a lot of warm and fuzzy energy coming off of the Sagittarius new moon. The best way to reconnect with someone from the past at this time will be to make the conversation light and funny, as Leo and Sagittarius are the two most fun signs in the zodiac. While Mars is retrograde, we should in general expect things to happen more slowly. Mechanical and travel issues will be commonplace. The world may not always work at the lightning-fast speed that we are used to it working at in the modern day, and that's okay, as it is a wonderful reminder for us to slow down and be patient. Mars will retrograde deep back into Cancer before it turns back direct in Cancer on February 23rd. Final Mercury retrograde period of 2024. We are now in the final Mercury retrograde period of this year. Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius encourages us to get back in touch with the types of sensual pleasures that we've enjoyed in the past, including music, art, and fashion. It's a time to throw on the CDs or records that you used to enjoy and to dig through your wardrobe to fall back in love with your fashion statements of old. Also, Mars being retrograde in Leo also encourages us to dig back into our wardrobe and come back out with things we used to enjoy wearing. It's also a great time to reach out to friends from the past and even old romantic flames, as Sagittarius is a flirtatious romantic sign. As Sagittarius rules over travel, it's a great time to review old travel photos and reminisce. You may receive inspirations now as to where you'd like to travel to next. But with Sagittarius, just make sure it's realistic and you're not being too overly optimistic about your finances or trying to pack too many things into a short period of time. By the way, if you're born under a Mercury retrograde, it's not going to affect you as strongly, and in fact, you might even feel more at home and at peace during this time. Here's some general advice for navigating a Mercury retrograde period. Make sure that, as the saying goes, all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed when signing any contracts or making any agreements. Consider Murphy's Law during Mercury retrograde. What can go wrong will go wrong. Consider holding off on signing contracts or making agreements until the first of the year if you can. Be extra clear in your communication with others. Give others more leeway than usual. Inquire to clarify what someone means by something if you're unsure, especially if it's via text message or email. Avoid purchasing big-ticket items, like a new car, until the new year if possible. Back up all your computer files and your smartphone. Triple check travel plans and appointment times. Verify times with others. Release expectations of others, especially when it comes to people responding in a timely fashion. Give people the benefit of the doubt. Expectations of others might go unfulfilled at this time. As always, use Mercury retrograde as a time to refine your communication rather than to be afraid of miscommunications or electronics breaking down or travel plans getting interrupted. This Mercury retrograde phase officially concludes December 15th, with Mercury stationing direct on that day, though in reality will feel its effects through December 29th. The most potent effects are felt in the 7 days before and after the station phases, so November 18th through December 2nd, and then again December 8th through 22nd. Let's now dig deeper into the Sagittarian idea of creating freedom in our own lives. As the adventurous archer, the sign of Sagittarius epitomizes freedom. Whether we remember it or not, each and every one of us are eternal creator beings, playing in this third dimensional game for fun, for experience, and for divine service. It is especially true for those of us that are starseeds. We absolutely knew what we were getting ourselves into when we decided to come to this planet. We knew that we would be entering into a dense third-dimensional world fraught with perils such as war, disease, toxins, and institutionalized socioeconomic inequalities. We also knew that the time would come when we'd have the opportunity to play a pivotal, divinely guided role in helping to end the disease, the strife, the environmental toxicity, the racism, and the economic suppression of the masses that has become the norm in this modern day. For some of you, that role manifests directly via your chosen career or in volunteer or philanthropic pursuits. However, for the majority of light workers, our contribution manifests more indirectly through our energetic work. As above, so below, and as within, so without. So if we wish to see energetic and earnest freedom behold the human race, we must strive to experience and express that freedom within our own consciousness. The retrograde Mercury in Sagittarius opposed Jupiter and innovative Gemini on this new moon, giving us a shot of inspiration to create the life we dream of. Here are some questions of inquiry, and if you'd like, to journal on, to consider as you evaluate the role of freedom in your life. In what ways have I been feeling stifled or stuck in life? Take into account all areas of your life, relationships, career, finances, health, and your inner world. How could I allow for just a little bit more of a sense of freedom and spontaneity in my life while still keeping a healthy structure that allows me to grow long term? What parts of me feel old and like they need to go? Have I been playing an old character at times? Or maybe all the time? What kind of things trigger me into playing that old character? What kind of people trigger me into playing that old character? Is there anything stopping me from letting these aspects go and stepping into a new recreation of myself? And truly there isn't. And sometimes one of the greatest lessons is learning how to play the new character in front of people that might be used to or expect you to play the old character. And then there's times when part of becoming the new character means vetting who you allow in your inner circle or even your outer circle. And, sometimes it's letting go of old friends that no longer vibrate with you or, stepping away from family members. What gives me a feeling of fire and passion? How could I structure my life in a practical way to allow more time to pursue my passions? Where is some place I've always wanted to travel to? Could I make that happen next year? If I can't fully move around the chess pieces of my life to my exact liking right now, and generally that's the case, usually we have the opportunity to move one or two chess pieces, but not all of them, then could I be more spiritually mature and calm my nervous system more often and teach it how to feel safe? What daily activities or rituals could help me in teaching my nervous system safety? One of the most important lessons that Sagittarius provides the zodiac is how to be unconventional and mix things up. Feeling stuck? Don't forget to mix things up. One of the themes that everyone experiences at one point or another is stagnation. When your energy stagnates, you're likely to experience bouts of depression and anxiety. If you feel like you've been stagnating lately, or even if you haven't, it's best to utilize the energy of Sagittarius to bring some adventure and variety into your life. The universe will often keep us in a situation where we feel stuck and stifled, so that the frustration builds up so much that we finally take a leap of faith and make a big change in our lives. Undoubtedly, there will be choice points in your life plan where your higher self will nudge you to take a leap of faith. Courage usually pays off in these situations, and courage is a very Sagittarian trait. If it's not the time for you to make a big change, then you can shake things up in smaller ways. Perhaps you can plan a game night with your family. Go for a hike in a place you haven't been before. Plant flowers or trees. Start writing a new book. Start a workout routine. Learn yoga or Tai Chi. Make art. Learn an instrument. Go to an art gallery. Go experience a new cafe you haven't before. Or change up the literal furniture in your house. Maybe you design an app. Maybe you start a YouTube channel for those of you that are more techie. It doesn't always take a huge change in your life to shake off that sense of stagnation. Actually, it's more often the exception rather than the rule. For most of us, the best way to integrate the Sagittarian energies into our lives is to add spontaneity in little ways. Life is meant to be an adventure, and though it's easy to forget that on this planet, where life can often be difficult, obstacle-laden, sad, dangerous, and scary, but it's definitely not something that we're supposed to leave behind completely no matter what, no matter what age. It's important to find the fun in being human as much as you possibly can with whatever situation you find yourself in. Yes, life is painful at times, but the more we can remember that life is an adventure, the more we are going to enjoy the little things in life. And furthermore, when we view life as an adventure, we are then able to let go of holding on to needing any particular outcome to manifest, because we know that no matter what happens, the adventure will continue. And when you're able to let go of needing any one particular outcome to manifest, you actually place yourself in perfect alignment, ironically enough, to draw your dreams to you. Wishing you a happy 12/12 portal and a happy, fun, adventurous, belated new moon in Sagittarius. With love, this is Matthew John. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you. Whether you're a first-time listener or a long-time listener, thank you so much. And please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet, and leave a comment. Let us know, what has your experience been of this Sagittarius new moon? What has your experience been of Mars retrograde and Mercury retrograde? What are your plans for the 12/12 portal? Let us know so we can vibe together as a community. And also check out the pinned comment. The pinned comment has all the relevant links, including the link to the article version of this podcast, which is very convenient if you want to do the journaling questions, and also the link to my YouTube channel where I post 1 to 3 brand new videos a month. And on my channel, you can look forward to a brand new episode of my very popular The Stars Align interview series. I'll be interviewing a very well-known guest, and that'll be up probably next week. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel as well. I have some very exciting events coming up. I have an incredible opportunity for you if you've ever been interested in the tarot. And the tarot is one of those things where it is very appealing to, baby witches, so to speak, right? People that are more newbies into the New Age circles and the witchy circles. And it's just as appealing for people that have, been in this space their whole lives. It's because the tarot is an ancient divination art that myself and many others that are of a very high level will concur that it is the most accurate divinatory tool that we have, at least for sure the most detailed divinatory tool that we have. But because it is so detailed, it also carries a really steep learning curve. I have been working on mastering the tarot for 15 years now, and although I consider myself a master, believe you me, there are many times when I lay the cards out for myself or for others, and I still got to think about what's going on. It's not even instantaneous for me at this level that I've reached. It's because the tarot is incredibly complex, and it is incredibly detailed, but also incredibly accurate. So I have a wonderful opportunity for you. If you want to learn the tarot, I have the absolute best tarot course available on the internet, bar none. If you think you've found a better course than mine, let me know, because I haven't heard anyone who has. It is a 15-week course, and each of the classes are 3 hours or more, 3 to 3.5 hours for each class. So you can see it's 45 to 50 hours of live instruction. And the great thing is it's very easy. If you can't make the live calls, which are on Saturdays at 4 o'clock, feel free to come for part of the call, or feel free to just stream the replay or even download the replay. Download the notes. There's also a book to go along with the course, and you can self-navigate if you'd like, but I always recommend people, if they can, join the live calls, because they're a lot of fun, and you're going to really learn, the best by it being, live and interactive. So we have class number 2 coming up this Saturday, December 14th at 4 p.m. We will be going over tarot basics, and we will be getting into the major arcana. So it'll be super easy to get yourself caught up. You can get yourself caught up on class 1 either before Saturday or after Saturday. It really doesn't matter, because we're still on the tarot basics part. For example, I haven't even started to teach you how to shuffle, and that'll be this Saturday that we'll do that. So it's a perfect time to jump in on the tarot course. The tarot course, again, being 15 weeks, it takes us all the way through almost the end of July, and there'll be a graduation. You'll get a certificate showing that you have completed this Master Tarot course, and it also comes with a 45-minute private session, one-on-one over video with me. The calls are so much fun. We go into literally every corner, every detail of every single card, along with the flow of the major arcana, the soul's journey through the major arcana, the relationships between the cards astrologically and numerologically. We go over the history of the tarot and so many different spreads and timing card techniques and very advanced techniques like yes or no readings or anything at all. I teach you how to literally get the answer to any question at all. There are no boundaries. There are no limits to what you can ask the tarot and get an accurate answer for. So if you've ever wanted to learn the tarot, but it just wasn't the right time, maybe now's the right time. If you kind of know how to read the tarot, but you still got to Google the cards or, look in, your tarot books, you know who you are. Maybe now's the time to learn it for real, so you don't have to ever look at a book or Google a card again when you're doing a reading. Or maybe you're already a practitioner that incorporates tarot, but you really want to learn it the right way. You really want to go to tarot school. This is a tarot school. So please join me on this 15-week journey. It's a perfect time to jump in. The course is priced really, really well. And what I'd like you to do, if you're interested at all in the tarot course, email me, youaredivinehuman@gmail.com, youaredivinehuman@gmail.com. I'm happy to answer any questions over email, or we can go ahead and set up a free consultation. I'm happy to chat with you for as long as you need and answer any questions at all about the tarot course. My very popular Sending as One program resumes in January. That is my weekly group mentorship program. These are 3 to 3.5 hour live calls as well, and they're on Sundays, and we do a different topic each week. After we do a lengthy astrology section. So I go way, way, way more in depth than I do with these podcasts on the weekly astrology updates on Ascending as One. Usually they're 45 minutes to an hour every week, going over the specific planetary formations for every day to come for that week, so you can plan out your life around the planets. And then after our topic for the day, we do our EFT tapping section, and then finish off with a Q&A and readings. January 5th is stepping in your highest timeline for 2025. January 12th, understanding the human energy field. January 19th, astrology 101. So if you sometimes get confused by what I'm talking about when I talk about trines or quincunxes, or what the nodes mean, or what a deacon is, or whatever, right? I'm going to teach you in-depth astrology on that call, and I'm going to teach you everything you need to know to be able to read a natal chart. So yes, by the end of that class, you will be able to read your natal chart or someone else's and be able to tell them way more about themselves than their therapist can after knowing them for a year. That's how accurate, reading a natal chart is. It's incredible. We really just cut right to the core of understanding someone's personality. And then once you learn it on a more advanced level, you start to literally learn what their life plan is, the family they planned out, the career they planned, as a soul, the general life, plan that they planned out as a soul, all the obstacles along the way, the health challenges, everything. We can see everything in the chart. And if you join the VIP tier, you'll also get access to the January 18th, that's Saturday, call, which is an overview of ET races plus Syrian channeling. So those of you that enjoy the Syrian channeling segment here on the Higher Self channel, you can join in on a live Syrian channeling segment on January 18th and ask the Syrians anything you want. Plus, the VIP tier comes with a private reading with me, and you can schedule that either during January or during February. You can ask me literally anything, and I can tell you the answer to pretty much anything. I also offer a 3-month package if you want to sign up for January, March, and April as well. All the details are on the course events and retreats page. The link is in the pinned comment below the description box here. Or just go to my website, youaredivinehuman.org. That's youaredivinehuman.org. You can go to the course events and retreats page, or email me, youaredivinehuman@gmail.com, youaredivinehuman@gmail.com, and I'm happy to answer any and all questions about any of my programs. All right, everyone, I look forward to speaking to you very soon for the upcoming full moon in Gemini. And until then, please remember to be kind to yourself, to be kind to others, to be kind to animals, and to be kind to the earth. With love, this is Matthew John.